Have you ever stood at the start line and felt your heart pounding out of your chest? Your brain is thinking all the things. It's probably saying something along the lines of, I'm not ready. You're not alone. So many runners I talk to feel race day anxiety, and that can be the day before race as well as standing at the starting corral. How you show up mentally can significantly impact your race. So let's talk about swinging your thoughts into the path of making your race day experience. If you're new here, hello, my name is Gillian. I'm a running mindset coach and the host of Your Running Coach with GMacSpurr podcast. I help runners of all levels stop letting nerves, self-doubt, or stress sabotage their runs. I work one-on-one with runners to transform mindset blocks into confidence and clarity so that every run feels intentional, strong, and actually enjoyable. So today we're talking about race day mindset prep. I'm going to share practical strategies for before, during, and after your race that help you stay calm, focused, and confident, even if nerves usually get the better of you. By the end of this episode, you'll have concrete tools to approach race day like a pro, no matter your distance or experience level. Here's why mindset matters so much. Your brain interprets race day nerves the same way it interprets threat. That spike of adrenaline can either boost performance or make you freeze up. The good news is you can train your mind to channel nerves into energy, to stay present and run the race that you trained for. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. So let's start with pre-race prep. This is where you can really set yourself up for success. Now, pre-race prep doesn't necessarily just mean the morning of the race or the night before race, but these things can be super beneficial throughout your training as well. So number one is visualization. So spend a few minutes imagining your race. Picture yourself warming up, starting strong, pacing yourself, handling discomfort, and crossing the finish line with confidence. Visualization primes your brain to respond positively under pressure. I highly encourage you to do this throughout your training, but if you're racing tomorrow, then you can do this before you go to bed. Take big, deep breaths and show up confident with a strong inner narrative. And when you're doing the visualization, whether that be on the treadmill or outside or lying in bed, waiting for sleep to come, I highly encourage you to use all of your senses. So when you are visualizing standing at the start line, what are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And really paint quite a full, colourful picture of you standing there, of what it's like crossing that starting line, pressing your watch to go. What's your breathing like as you get started? What are your thoughts? Like everything you can imagine, and making it be the best version of this race day experience as you possibly can. It's going to just help you so much come race day because you've already rehearsed this so many times in your head, and your brain doesn't know what is real life and what was visualization. So the more times that you've visualized a strong, confident, positive race day experience, when you're actually there in real life, physically standing at the start line, your brain has all this evidence that you've done this before and you absolutely crushed it. So really dive deep into visualization. Number two is mantras and self-talk. So pick a short phrase, one that you can repeat when things get mentally challenging. Something like, I've trained for this, or strong and steady, or strong lungs, strong heart, strong legs, or I've got this. Repeating it shifts your focus from doubt into action. And when you're thinking this mantra, your brain can't be thinking about how nervous it is. It can only think one thing at a time. So drown out that negative thoughts, that self-doubt with something that is strong, that you feel in your body. Keep repeating it. Strong and steady. I am strong and steady. I am the strongest version of myself that I've ever been. I'm ready to run steady, to run confident. Just keep going with that mantra, that self-talk. Number 3, plan for nerves. So kind of like what we do for visualization. Anticipate that you're going to get nervous. And well, every seasoned runner gets jittery before race day. One thing that can really help is doing box breathing. So inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Can be really effective. And I personally like to imagine the sides of a box as I'm breathing and holding. It just gives my brain something else to focus on other than the breath itself. So when I'm focusing on my breathing, focusing on this, visualizing a box, it really helps calm me down. Also, don't be scared of nerves. Nerves and excitement show up the same way in the body. So reframe that thought to, yeah, I am excited. This is what I've been training for, rather than, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I've not trained enough. Like, focus on the excitement of it all. And these feelings are validating that you're doing something important to you. If you didn't care, you wouldn't feel nerves or excitement. So remind yourself that what you're doing, you've trained for. This is something you want to do. You've chosen to sign up for this race. You've chosen to do the training. So now is the time to go out and enjoy it. It's the cherry on your training cake. Like, relax. You've got this. And number 4 is focus on the controllables. So when you're racing or running in general, there's so many things that you can't control. You can't control the weather. You can't control the crowds. You can't control other runners. But there's so much that you are able to have a level of control over. So the effort that you run, what you've eaten before, during, and after the race, what thoughts you are thinking, or what thoughts you're allowing to come forth. Focusing on what you can control reduces stress dramatically. And this also goes for laying out your gear the day before, charging all your devices, knowing how you're getting to the starting line. Like, focus on the things that you're able to research, or you're able to find out, or you're able to take action on, rather than the things that are completely out with your control. And once the race starts, mindset doesn't stop. It is your key to staying strong. So I highly encourage you to chunk up the race. So regardless of whether you're running a 5K or an ultra marathon, break it into sections. That could be the first kilometre, it could be the first 10 miles, it could be the halfway point, it could be the final stretch, whatever it is, whatever you've pre-decided those chunks are, celebrate each time you pass that chunk. Celebrate that win. Every single kilometre completed is progress. So chunk it down and celebrate it in the moment. Keep up with the positive self-talk. So keep your mantra handy and use it whenever fatigue or doubt creeps in. So some examples are, I can handle this effort. Strong and steady. This is what I trained for. I was made for this. Watch me go. As we talked about previously, when we're focusing on these mantras, that positive self-talk, your brain can also be thinking about how nervous it is, or it's fearing that you're not going to finish the race, or anything else that it is trying to protect you with. It can't be thinking those things if you're already thinking, I can handle this effort. I'm comfortable with this pace. I am feeling so strong. No matter how well your training cycle has gone, when it comes to race day, things can go off plan. The weather maybe doesn't play ball. Maybe you get an unexpected cramp. Maybe the course is hillier than you anticipated and you're having issues keeping up with the pace that you had set out. Instead of panicking, breathe, acknowledge it, focus on what you can control, to be present, to enjoy the moment. The things out with our control, there's nothing that we can do about them. So focus on your thoughts. Focus on being present. Smile at the crowd. Wave at the crowd. Thank them for cheering you on. Relax. Focus on your form. Have something to eat. Have something to drink. And just remember that this is the cherry on your training cycle cake. Enjoy it and stop getting all hung up on some of those details that you can't do anything about. And finally, kind of what we're just talking about there, stay present. Really enjoy the experience. Pay attention to your breathing, to your footfall, to your form. Engaging fully in the moment helps you run efficiently and enjoy the experience. And after the race, your mindset still matters. Celebrate your wins, even if you didn't achieve the time you'd hoped for. And reflect on lessons, gifts, and opportunities rather than dwelling on what didn't go perfectly. This is a fantastic data gathering exercise to do while it's still fresh in your mind. Then you've got all this info for your next training cycle and race day. Even small debriefs mentally or in a journal help you cement progress, improve future races, and maintain motivation. Remember, mindset isn't just about race day, it's about long-term growth as a runner. Now, in all my other podcast episodes, I included several journal prompts. I'm going to give you a few more today than I normally do. I'm going to give you 4 for pre-race and 5 for post-race. I know 9 is a lot of prompts, but I just can't help myself. So take what you need, leave what doesn't speak to you. So grab pen and paper or the notes app on your phone. The first 4 are pre-race prompts. So we're going to start with, what emotions am I feeling about this race? And what might those emotions be trying to tell me? Number 2, what evidence do I have I'm capable and prepared? And I highly encourage you to list at least 3 examples. If you struggle with 3, do 5. If you struggle with 5, do 10 and keep going. I really want you to bank up as much evidence as you can. Number 3, what would running this race as my best self look and feel like? Now, no, I didn't say that running my fastest time or my the paces that I wanted or the splits that I wanted, but just if this was my best self, what would it look and feel like? And number 4, what's in my control on race day and what do I need to let go of? So highly encourage you to do those certainly a few days before race day if possible. If you're listening to this during your training cycle and you're not at race day yet, then fantastic. I would highly encourage you to reflect on these journal prompts maybe once every month or so and see what changes. Now, post-race, when did I feel most confident during the race? And what contributed to that feeling? Now, there might be several moments where you felt confident. Write them all down. Number 2, when did I feel challenged or uncertain? And how did I respond mentally? Now, again, this is a really good one to log all of those situations, because if they happened once during race day, they're likely to appear again, whether that in a training run or on another race day. So the more that you can log, the easier it is then to respond in the future, because you've done it before. You knew how to handle it and you've got that evidence. Okay, next question. What self-talk helped me and what self-talk held me back? Next question. What am I proud of from today or race day, big or small? And again, try and write out all of the things. Really go down to the micro details. And finally, what did this race teach me about myself as a runner? That one in itself would be a really good one to do maybe on a weekly basis during training as well. What did this training week teach me about myself as a runner? A really good one. So to recap, visualize, plan, use mantras before the race, chunk the race down, use positive self-talk and stay present during it, reflect and celebrate afterwards. And if you want to take your mindset even further, I work with runners one-on-one to create race day strategies tailored to your goals and physiology. And for a deeper dive, my Runner Identity Project or TRIP helps runners like you transform mindset blocks into confidence, so every run feels intentional and strong. If you're ready to stop letting nerves or self-doubt hold you back, reach out. Details are in the show notes. I'd love to help you run your best race every time. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Bye for now. Happy running.